Roundup we do here at Wilson Valley Mercantile, first and third Thursdays of every month. And this week we got the legendary Mr. Mike Ethan Messick.
Hey, amigo, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me out here.
Thanks for
Beautiful
being here.
place y'all got here.
Oh, yeah. Nice drive, too, on the way here, I expect.
Oh, yeah. The dry half of it was nice. the first half of it kind of looked like anywhere else when you're driving underwater. But,
Yeah.
once I got through all that, the view improved considerably.
Well, as tradition goes here with the Roundup, let my guests go first. So if you'd like to kick this thing off for us.
Cool. I'd be glad to, yeah. This is one that I wrote in the deer blind, like I was telling Eley about. I don't go hunting quite as often as I'd like to, because I got other responsibilities and kids and all that. But almost every time I do, I write a new song, at least one new song, which is as good a sign as any that I'm just not seeing a whole heck of a lot of deer. Running for the ice cream truck with a jingle in your jeans. You and all the neighbor kids with pockets full of tambourines. Don't leave your bikes in the driveway, son. You ought to know by now. You got something worth stealing. Gotta keep it locked up somehow. Roller skates on hardwood, a dusty disco ball. I bet some girls are gonna roll my way ahead of growth spurts just last fall. Ain't no hard knock rebel kid, I'm kinda shy, you can't tell. I feel about how everybody feels, but mostly I mean well. Yeah, you hang your shoes down when they get too small. You cut the grass before it gets too tall. And try remembering how we looked back when we didn't take so many pictures then. Old Suburban with a four-wheel drive, December in short sleeves. Old dog sleeping on the floorboard, yeah, she's getting too old to retreat. We drive around and look at Christmas lights on red, green, and gold. Soon enough you drive yourself around, son, and you'll you're too old. Yeah, you hang your shoes down when they get too small. We cut the grass before it gets too tall. We try remembering how it looked back when we didn't take so many pictures then. Eley, what do you feel like singing, man?
I'm going to do this one wrote about quitting the day job. Someone asked me how in the world I was managing. I said, well, the first thing you got to do is get cheaper whiskey and cheaper cigarettes. And so I came up with this little ditty called the Pom-On Blues. champagne and $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camos. Got the Palm Blue, got the Palm Blues. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm. Reckon you could spare some cash. She said, won't you wash the dishes, kiss my ass. So went to the bank, see what I could do. They said you gotta get a real job with singing them blues. Maybe can afford to pay the rent, not again. I went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camels. Got the Palm Blue, got the Palm Blue. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blue. Well, I had me a job to make a little dough, then it started to feel like a 6-foot hole. I could already hear the grave digger chunking in the clay. Now you gotta do something that your heart desires. You won't ever quit, you won't retire, and you'll be smiling at you and the grave digger chunking in the clay. The people ask me how I live on crumbs. I know it seems crazy, but it sure is fun. 'Cause I love what I do and I do what I love every day. And I'm smiling ear to ear and the grave digger chunking in the clay. I went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camels. Got the Palm Blue, got the Palm Blue. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blue. Got the Palm Blue, I got the Palm Blue, I got the Palm Blue, I got the Palm Blue. Appreciate it.
I got one about a dude bumming around too, but this guy's doing his bumming around in motion, so he's bumming smokes too. This is another one of my Deer Blind songs. It's called Time Machines, which I didn't really think about it at the moment, but I was like, man, Eley's got a song about a time machine. This might be the closest thing you get to a medley in the show. Well, I'm stuck here in San Joaquin. I've been 6 months on the bum, out here looking for somebody who's been looking for someone to drop a package, ask no questions, cut a all alfalfa hay. I ain't too proud to run their shovels, but I might be too old someday. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, but I get sick when I get sober. I don't like what that implies. All the girls here in Modesto give my belly butterflies. And the rice so full of flowers, but their hearts won't follow through. They don't see me, they don't need me, they don't know me like you do. I don't know if things went wrong, don't know how to change your mind. I don't know what I'd do different, given time machines and time. If you ever wanna find me, check out this barroom floor down here dealing with a feeling that you ain't feeling anymore. Well, this whole town feels just like high school, Ain't too shy to bum a smoke when you got vices at these prices. It's a crisis going broke, and my hills keep getting steeper till my boulders just won't budge. If living well's the best revenge, guess I ain't one to hold a grudge. No, no, no. An empty promise, so dishonest, ain't exactly in short supply, but they sell like agua frescas in South Texas in July. Fill your cup with hope and anger, notes of faith and homemade sin. You wield that last one like a saber, but it's the hope that does you in. I don't know if things went wrong, don't know how to change your mind. I don't know what I'd do different, given time machines and sound. If you ever want to find me, check out this barroom floor. I'm down here dealing with a feeling that you ain't feeling anymore. I'm down here dealing with a feeling that you ain't feeling anymore.
All the people out there on the interweb, it is not raining, so y'all make sure and come out and
You ought to see him when he's got two good arms, though.
well, this one is fairly new. I mean, it's not new to John. John's been wanting me to write some new songs for a while, and of course, I have wanted to do that as well.
Stay right there with you, John.
I know. I'm gonna do it, I promise. But I guess this is the newest one, though. It's called Myra's Song, and I wrote this for my wife's grandmother, and it's the narrator is her late husband, and I didn't realize till later, but this is the first song I've ever written that I wasn't the narrator. I feel like most of my songs, I'm kind of either it's about me or about someone I know, and I'm the one telling the story, you know. But in this case, I'm not the narrator. But anyway, it's called Myra's Song.
I don't make the coffee in the morning, just hit the button there on the side. I always knew this day was coming, so I prime the coffee pot each night. You can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, and don't you shed a tear for me and you. I know you don't want to leave our little house, but the kids will want you closer to them. You can name the squirrels in the next town, Myra Joe, wherever you go, you know I'm always your friend. So you can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids, grandkids' broken hearts, and don't you shed a tear for me and you. Won't do any good to hear me talk. So don't listen to the voicemail on the phone. One day the man upstairs is gonna give you a call, and we will cry for the ones that never found love so real and true. We will cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts, but we won't shed a tear for me and you. But we won't shed a tear for me and you.
Called Myra song. Thank you.
I'm going to do this song. It's one of my favorite ones I ever wrote. It was not a Deer Blind song, but it's recent in the sense of it's not on an album. Now, granted, I ain't put out a record since 2017, but I think this one's got about 3 years on it now. I wrote it, it's a little barroom lament about lost folks who've never known a love so real and true. Just keep the thread going here. Trying to see if they can fix that before they, too old to do anything about it. And it's called, it's a good song to sing in a distillery because there's a few lines in there that kind of refer to that process and all that. And just how you make one thing into another thing, and how once you've been distilled, what becomes of you comes mostly down to where you spend your time. The song's called 11:15. Yeah, we brush and comb and purchase, we drink and dress and dance, plow and sow and try to cultivate a second chance. Oh, a secondary second for the dozen we got wrong, all the letting go too early and the holding on too long. It's 11:15, we're out here giving up on love. Put $1 in the jukebox for nickels worth of soul. Some drugstore honky-tonker singing songs on cruise control. A trifle that's forgotten just as soon as it departs. There ain't much here to decipher, there ain't much to take to heart. It's 11:15, we're out here giving up on love. Oh, illusion so elusive, desperation so intrusive. Actors better keep them on the shelves. Don't you know the hard and bitter path of loneliness is littered with folks who should have learned to love themselves. Yeah, she's drinking low-grade liquor like it's all that she's got left to get to screaming bloody murder when it's barely petty theft. Lonesome shades of Goldilocks and Princess and the Pea, going bed to bed suspecting something ain't quite meant to be. It's 11:15, we're out here giving up on love. Yeah, once we've been distilled and clear that roll of copper line, what comes down to you comes mostly down to where you spend your time. If it can't be crystal clear, we might at least still finish smooth. Grow richer with the years and all the doubts and fears will soothe. It's 11:15, we're out here giving up on love. Yeah, did someone already write a song called Strangers in the Night? There's an ocean I want to take around. How heaven might have knew somebody beat me to. That was years and years ago, and so much has gone down. Yeah, more power to you, baby. This ain't no make or break. You got at least another hour. Not all that much at stake. If you vanish in the neon when my heart shows through my sleeve, with my bottom heavy hourglass, I'll finish up and leave. It's 11:15. We're out here getting up on love. Yeah, it's 11:15. We're out here giving up
On the radio, even now, a lot of songs that compare like a relationship to a vice, but I've never heard just the individual parts of a relationship compared to the process of the vice. You know, I like that.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, a lot that comes out.
Let's see. I guess I'll do my Time Machine song. A man showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on in? I said, and where you headed, mister? He said, not where, sonny, but when. And without any judgment, I just walked on up inside. The door closed and when it opened again, Lord, I couldn't believe my eyes. California, 1965. Yeah, I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Mr. Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. Cruising through the desert, looking for the marble lights. Yonder come a little green man, he's falling out of the sky. Said he got the answer, said he holds the key. Well, if you so damn smart, man, why the hell would you ever leave? California, 1965. Yeah, I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Mr. Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. You don't have to click your heel. All you gotta do is feel at home, home, whoa, and you'll be home, home, whoa. In California, 1965. See Mr. Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call us whatever you like. We gonna be deadhead man to the day that we die. Whoa, whoa. Man showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on in? I believe that might be the next single we put out. I'm excited about getting that out there. It's got a Slim Bob playing pedal steel on it. And he does kind of some, when I mentioned the alien coming down to the sky, he does like this eerie, kind of spooky alien sound. Oh yeah.
That man is a sound effect.
You said your last record was 2017.
Yeah.
So are you currently working on with Ben Morris, like
More like an EP.
an EP? Okay. He was here probably 2 or 3 months ago, and he mentioned that. I thought that was interesting.
No,
like
yeah, Ben Morris is a prince among men, one of my best friends, and we have been working on this. We've been throwing around the idea of recording something together for like 12 years now, and then for the last, I think, 2 or 3 years, been working on making it in little fits and starts.
Yeah.
With John Evans producing there in Dripping Springs.
Nice.
We've been working on it so long that like the studio's been remodeled like 2 or 3 times, I think, in the span of time.
And that's a different John Evans, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He does not have a ranch, as far as I know. He's about as Texas as it gets, but he's living in Nashville now. They're splitting time, anyway. I should play one from that, since we're talking about it. This is one, me and Ben do this one as a duet on the project that everybody will hopefully hear soon enough. But it's just kind of about the different characters you might see in an eclectic bar. It's kind of like Toby Keith's I Love This Bar, except for if he was on whatever the Deadhead song, what the Deadhead song guy was. There's a 2-bit politician. Wait, that's not the first line. There we go. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. There's a 7-year divorcee drinking a 20-year-old scotch. Some 2-bit politician in a $1,000 watch. While down Dominican pool hustler lights a Dominican cigar. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. There's angels on the dance floor, such wild and precious things. There's hairspray in their halos, troubles waiting in the wings. Our boy from Oklahoma plays the Delta blues guitar. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. Yeah, the smoking Puerto Rican girl sells cigarettes and flowers to a Japanese stockbroker pounding double vodka sours. While the working girls from Waco dress like California stars. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. There's angels on the dance floor, such wild, precious things. There's hairspray in their halos, troubles waiting in the wings. While the boy from Oklahoma plays the Delta blues guitar. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. Well now Ruby, she's a redhead, Raven's a brunette. The blonde one keeps you guessing just to see how close you get. Well, the lie might cut you deep some, but it's truth that leaves the scar. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's tending bar. There's angels on the dance floor, such wild, precious things. There's hairspray in their halos, troubles waiting in the wings. While the boy from Oklahoma plays the Delta blues guitar. There's angels on the dance floor and the devil's devil's tending bar. There's angels on the dance floor, and the devil's tending bar.
If anyone out there knows Dale Watson, I feel like we need to pitch that one to him.
Well, it was kind of pitching it to like John Evans. That's not the whole reason why we did the project, but it was
gotcha.
like, well, this needs to be out in front of Evans.
Yeah.
I could see him recording this,
sure.
and not just as producer. I think Dale Watson could knock it out of the park.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking all the possibilities with it being full band, you know.
Well, on the record, it's let's see, it's Patrick. They're running the studio playing drums. I think John Ditforth was playing bass, or Evans might have done it himself. Ditforth is on there some. And then Big John Mills came in and did some guitar and harmonica too. So we had a good crew. No pedal steel.
No pedal steel?
Yeah. Some telly that sounds suspiciously like pedal steel, you know.
Yeah, someone knows how to work. Someone knows how to work a telly with a slide or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They've even got those. I believe it's called a B bender or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what Marty Stewart does.
Yeah.
B-bender guitar.
Yeah.
Get a nice whine out of those.
I'm a sucker for a pedal steel.
Same. Yeah, on that How Close We Came, it had pedal steel all over it.
Oh yeah.
It was old Jeff Queen. And then on my second record, that Easy Day Was Yesterday, had actually Lord Main's playing steel on a few tracks on that one. Yeah. That was what we call a good get.
Rambling woman, I've been wondering if I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man. You remember the night when you played my guitar? I can still hear you singing to the rain of my heart. Rambling woman, hope you don't mind if I stare. You look just like an angel with them feathers in your hair. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man? 'Cause I'll hold you along as the solar spins around, and I'll hold you on the coldest nights in December, but I'll never hold you down. 'Cause I know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Rambling woman, let's meet down on the coast. Got this foreign pickup running like it has seen a ghost. Rambling woman, let's meet down on the coast. Yeah, I love many women, but I love you the most. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be old traveling man? 'Cause I'll hold you as long as the solar spins around, and I'll hold you coldest nights in December, but I'll never hold you down. 'Cause I know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Yeah, we know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Rambling woman, let's meet up in Nashville. We can talk about that modern sound like the pedal steel. Rambling woman, let's meet up in Nashville. Long as I got you by my side, I don't need no record deal. Rambling woman, do you reckon that I can be old traveling man, be December, but I'll never hold you down. 'Cause I know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down. Yeah, we know firsthand you can't hold a gypsy down.
Eley Buck Davis, ladies and internet gentlemen.
Erica, don't make fun of me for using a straw. I saw you judging me. It's like a Shirley Temple. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, virgin ranch water. There you go.
Here's one about a rambling woman too, but in this case, she's rambling because she's a musician, and it's sung from the point of view of this dude that I think in every genre of music, whether it's country or hip hop or rock and roll, there's at least a couple songs that basically boil down to some guy up on stage saying, hey, you there, little lady in the third row, you and me later on, huh? How about it? Yeah, come on backstage, There's a lot of songs like that. And this song is the dude who's out in the audience watching the female singer who he's quite, enamored of and actually thinking that he's got a shot. Which can be a little sad, but liquor helps. And in fact, the song is called Kentucky Perfume, which is not a common or pre-existing expression. It's just one that I made up, and it means bourbon, so. Yeah, she's a honky-tonk angel, paying her bona fide dues. Once a prom queen princess with a long line of Disney World blues. Yeah, she got drunk one summer, dated a drummer, picked up a guitar and sang. Now she's out on the highway just doing that old country thing. With a hairspray halo wrapped up in a Marlboro cloud. She's pretending 3 drunks and a bartender counts as a crowd. No one wanted to meet her, wanted to treat her for something to lighten her load. If we can beat to the tango, baby, at least let's have one for the road. Thank you sincerely, she whispered so nearly I could smell her Kentucky perfume. Yeah, you don't have to ask, darling, I think I can assume. You don't want margaritas, no sangrias, and the best beer in Texas won't do. Just make it straight, no chaser, unless the chaser's straight whiskey too. Yeah, she drank it so quickly, it's like I never bought it at all. I'd have brought her nothing, but damn if it wasn't last call. You've got to impress who you want to undress, but I stand here with the chances so slim, and an empty shot glass with her ruby lipstick on the rim. Yeah, well, thank you sincerely, she whispered so nearly I could smell her Kentucky perfume. Yeah, you don't have to ask, darling, I think I can assume. Yeah, you don't want margaritas, no sangrias, and the best beer in Texas won't do. Just make it straight, no chaser, unless a chaser straight whiskey too. Make it straight, no chaser, unless a chaser straight whiskey too. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate that.
I haven't quite figured out the tuning and talking thing. My brain doesn't work that way. Man, we went and saw, we went and saw several folks at the Two-Step Inn in Georgetown. And Hank Jr., my God, I guess, he's been doing it for so long. But when he changes tunings, I mean, it's just boom, one turn, and there it is. I'm like, pretty impressive. But he's just talking, and I mean, you can just hear him changing everything, and it's no tuner.
I figured he'd probably know by now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you don't even necessarily think of him as like a great guitar player, but he can play solos and stuff.
Oh, he can play. He played the fiddle when he was up there, and he only had an hour set, so he didn't do his full show. But normally, I've seen him in Shreveport, Louisiana, do his full 2-hour show, and he plays piano and fiddle and lap steel. He plays a lot of several instruments.
Yeah, I saw him twice back when I was in my get to go to the Houston rodeo with my parents a couple times a year days. And one time he was on his A game, and it was an absolute blast. And the other time, I think he was probably like fairly drunk. And it was still kind of a blast. On that one, on the second one, they also had like Charlie Daniels and the Marshall Tucker Band and Bo Diddley. So there was a lot to like on that one.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm bad about like this, playing all my good stuff. When people show up, like, I don't have anything else to play. Yeah. Okay. Start it over, yeah. Just the people online will be like, yeah.
Like his Deadheads you were talking about, they don't listen to just one version of their favorite Grateful Dead.
Oh, yeah. Their favorite versions are the ones that they got off the, some cassette tapes or something that somebody recorded years ago. Yeah. This one's going to be the title track of the new record. It's called Pier and Beam. And that's like the house structure, not being like you drink. I know you know that, but a lot of people think I'm talking about Jim Beam. Oh, no, it's the type of structure. There's a board and batten house sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me. And on our wedding night, I carried her up the stairs. As we looked inside, even troubled eyes could see just how much you care. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four little words on every nailing board, sitting on here and went to see you for the last time. You were talking about regret. Said you seen it all, you done it all, but there's something that you wished you'd said. Well, Father, I turned out just as rough and tough as you. So I won't say a thing as long as you know that I do too. Well, I never said it to you, and you
But that four-letter words on every kneeling board, sitting on beer and said the Opelousas bite when the dogwood starts to bloom. So I'll take your grandkids fishing and tell them all about you. Well, I know the city, you know the city to me, but that four-letter words on every kneeling board, but there's a port and batten house sitting on pier and beam that you built with your two hands like a real pioneer man for my wife and me.
I like when you find one of those little phrases that, like, you almost want to Google and make sure that nobody else already wrote that song. I have not heard a Pier and Beam song until tonight. If we're doing sentimental family songs, I'll do one too. This is on my last record. This is about kind of for my folks. I think their spiritual home was down in Matagorda, down along the coast. They like to live a little saltier. I'm more of a freshwater pirate myself, but when I do make it all the way down to the coast, they're the first things on my mind. When it's dark down by the jetties, seagull shed falls like confetti, and it smells like bait and beer and salty foam. If the folks round here at standard, some would rather light up lanterns than light up off the pier and head for home. If you were here, I'd stay all night. If we never got a bite, there's enough to say, get us through till dawn. It used to blow all around you, when you'd hide, it always found you. Now the wind is gonna wonder where you've gone. Yeah, one-headed grit sandpaper is in the air around here like vapor. Ain't a coat of paint holding that coast of shade. Build a house if the weather lets you. One September storm resets you, and at best all your insurance claims get paid. It ain't everybody's cup of whiskey. Sometimes slow, sometimes risky. Summer's too damn hot, most would say too long. Yeah, but sometimes I burn you, sometimes cool you. Stop a moment just to fool you. Yeah, the wind is gonna wonder where you've gone. It's gonna wonder where you've gone. Wonder where you've gone. If they ask me why, I'll say I don't know, even if that's wrong. Time to time your words just vanish. Some are taken down, some get blown away. You know the Gulf is to the ocean, what your whims are to the notion. Anything you've learned, love is here to stay. Hell, shrimp boat captains to pit gangsters, pelicans and old Jeep Wranglers. I got our hopes to fail till we move on. Blowing salt and sand about you, it won't be the same without you. Hear the wind is gonna wonder where you've gone. Hold on down to Palacios, better go to Port Aransas. Yeah, the wind is gonna wonder where you've gone. For Mike and Cassandra Messick. Mike Wayne Messick, that is.
We're just talking about Googling stuff, making sure that no one else has it.
Yep.
Has anyone, I've never heard anyone say freshwater pirate before. Is that a thing? Or did you come up with that?
I think me and some friends made it up back when I lived in Bryan College Station. We'd hang around Lake Bryan sometimes.
Yeah.
And, none of us owned a boat or anything like that, but we'd all, joke about, building something out of like styrofoam or whatever and starting a club for freshwater piracy. Just another excuse to, get drunk and yell at people on the water.
I think that could be a good summer song.
I think it might be. Freshwater Pirates might be a good band name.
Throw me a credit on there for just
you
for
got
the
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes I think of Jen and I wonder where she's been. Low note, no, we weren't in love. I was wishing, she's wishing that we were. Down on the mountain, catching a buzz. I'd find the midtown legend just because he's a hitting on her. And I had enough. Old gin and cocaine sure make a boy think he's tough. Sometimes I think of Jen and no, I remember when she called me honey, just like my grandma did, and made that city feel like home to a small town kid on the weed. Now we weren't in love, but she's wishing, I was wishing that we were. Down on the mountain, yeah, catching a buzz. I'd find the midtown legend just because he's a hitting on her. And I'd had enough. Old gin and cocaine sure make a boy. Broadway legend just because he's a hitting on her. We ain't had enough. Old gin and cocaine sure make a boy think he's tough. Sometimes think of Jen, and I wonder where she's been.
I appreciate it. Hey, we're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back with you. Well,
Every hour on the hour?
No, but I'll explain here once it gets offline. No, when it's slow like this, normally if I wait till the actual break time, that's when everybody rolls in. And
Oh, gotcha.
I don't want to
Okay.
break, just in case people
Right,
show
right,
up.
yeah. 10 people come through the door,
Yeah.
ready to get their drink on, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
That we die. Whoa, whoa. Cruising through the desert, looking for the mournful lights. Gonna come a little grain man, he is falling out of the sky. Said he got the answer, said he holds the key. If you so damn smart, man, why the hell would you ever leave California 1965? I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Miss Jerry alive. You can call me a hippie, you can call me whatever you like. I'll be a deadhead man to the day that I die. Whoa, whoa. You don't have to click your heels. All you gotta do is be at home, whoa. You'll be home, whoa. California 1965. Yeah, I'm an old deadhead man, I got to see Miss Jerry alive. You can call us hippies, you can call us whatever you like. We gonna be deadhead man to the day that we die. Whoa, whoa. Till the day we die, yeah. The man showed up in a time machine, said, boy, won't you get on in?
Oh, appreciate it, Joe. I think the internet world just logged on, so for y'all, this is Mr. Matt Daniel. If you didn't hear before.
Well, thank you for having me. up the seconds of our time. No second thoughts, no change. It'd all be the same. There'd be nothing that could take away that place. When I'm on the road, I guess God only knows when I'll find a resting place, darling, that'll be the day. And do I tell you that I need you, or keep chasing a dream? If I drive on through the night, you're bound to get the best of me. It's damn traveling somewhere in between. Well, darling, I'll be counting down the days when the western winds carries us away. And we'll keep driving till we find that better place. When I know where I'm resting place, darling, that day. And do I tell you that I need you? Keep chasing me. If I only let you out, get to me. It ain't ready somewhere in between. It ain't ready somewhere in between.
I do this song I wrote for my wife. It's called Grocery Bill. Sounds like a romantic song, I know, but it's really just me asking her to get a job and help me with these dadgum bills. She loves when I tell that story.
Would you wanna split grocery bill with me? Live in a tent. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I talked to God, and He said it'd be alright. Ain't living in sin when the cost of living's high. I'll pay the dues, I'll live on you until the sand and my hourglass is gone, and I lose grip of your hand. So would you wanna split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you wanna split the grocery bill with me? You're not here, and I'm not over there. I daydream of your presence, wonder the length that I could bear. Broke the rule, we made a fool out of ordinary life. I'll save the Sunday paper when it reads you on my wife. So would you wanna split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you wanna split the grocery bill with me? sound is forevermore sweet. Child with my Father's name running in bare feet. There'll be tests where I'll do her best and everything in between. If you held me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. If you held me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to lean. So would you want to split grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, honey, if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? How would you want to split the grocery bill with me?
Alrighty.
Could you wait a little longer for me to come around? There's a feeling in my gut, throttle hammer down. It's one more night in Texas, then it's back to Tennessee. This life out on the road sure does take a toll on me. See, I've always been a dreamer, never dreamed I'd fall in love. Sometimes I get to wondering if I'm really good enough. Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take the soul boy's mind, stood it in a better place. Well, the first thing that I'll do, hold you in these arms. I'll let you know with my two eyes how beautiful you are. Then I'll whisper how I missed you. Lord knows I'm missing you right now. And I'll prove it all night long till the sun comes back around. Yeah, I'll prove it all night long till the sun comes back around. See, I've always been a dreamer, never dreamed I'd fall in love. Sometimes I get to wondering if I'm really good enough. Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take the soul boy's mind, put it in a better place. See, I've always been a dreamer, never dreamed I'd fall in love. Sometimes I get to wondering if I'm really good enough. Every time you're looking at me, all my trouble goes away. And you take the soul boy's mind, put it in a better place. You put it in a better place. You put it in a better place.
There's a board and batten house sitting on pier and beam that you build with your two hands, like a real pioneer man for my wife and me. And on our wedding night, I carried her up the stairs. As we looked inside, even troubled eyes could see just how much you care. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four letter words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and went to see you for the last time. You were talking about regret. Said you seen all you've done it all, but there's something that you wish you said. Well, Father, I turned out just as rough and tough as you, so I won't say a thing as long as you know that I'm doing too. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four-letter words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and did the Appaloosas bite? The dogwood starts to bloom. I take our grandkids fishing, tell them all about you. Well, I never said it to you, and you never said it to me, but that four-letter words on every nailing board, sitting on pier and there's a board and batten house, sitting on pier and beam, that you built with your two hands, like a real pioneer man for my wife and me.
I appreciate it. John and Erica do dance lessons here on Tuesday nights, I think. Is it? Yeah, I really should. That'd be fun.
Black-haired beauty queen on my mind, smooth as a summer breeze, so thoughtful and kind. It's too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. There's been other girls come and go, and I have yet to find the right hand to hold. It's just too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. If there comes a day when the stars align, I'm gonna take that girl and make her mine. 'Cause it's just so easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. It's just too easy to see that there's everyone else and there's Caroline. Oh, Caroline, my Caroline.
Thank you.
If I don't make the coffee in the morning, just hit the button there on the side. I always knew this day was coming, that's why I prime the coffee pot each night. You can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken hearts. Don't you shed a tear for me and you. I know you don't want to leave our little house, but the kids will want you closer to them. And you can name the squirrels in the next town. Myra Joe, wherever you go, you know I'm always your friend. So you can cry for the ones that never found a love so real and true. You can cry for our kids and grandkids' broken heart. Don't you shed a tear for me and you. You have to do some things now on your own. Do any good to hear me talk, so don't listen to the voicemail on the phone. One day the man upstairs is gonna give you a call, then we will cry for the one that never found a love so real and true. We will cry for our kids and grandkids' broken heart. We won't shed a tear for me and you. Yeah, we won't shed a tear for me and you.
I think it's called Myra Song.
What a lot of my shows look like. That's a fancy little cape.
Tables and chairs.
Planted
Yeah, Larry
tables
got
and
me
chairs. Fancy. but it just can't seem to make it go away. Oh, but tonight I'll try to get out of my head. I'll think about the times I had with you, old friend. When I fall asleep, I'll see you again. Well, it hadn't been so long since you passed away. Reckon I can't help but think that you just might be in a better place. And after all the hell that life threw our way, you know there just wasn't a day and you weren't right there chasing all those demons away. Oh, but tonight I'll try to get out of my head. I'll think about the times I had with you, old friend. When I fall asleep, I'll see you again. Oh, but tonight I'll try to get out of my head. Think about the times I had with you, my old friend. When I fall asleep, I'll see you again.
Mr. Mad Daniel, y'all.
Says she had a wreck up in Vermont, made her lose her memory. I was tongue-tied, couldn't think of a pickup line, so I said, honey, you ain't ever gonna forget about me. Well, now, Green Mountain woman, drive this Tejas for a while. Green Mountain woman, been a month Sunday since seen that sweet smile, yeah. Green Mountain woman, oh yeah. I got a weak mind and a strong leg, baby, if you know what I mean. 'Cause I'd do anything that you tell me to do, all night long till the morning birds sing, till the morning birds sing. Green Mountain woman, drive this Tejas for a while. Green Mountain woman, been a month Sunday since seen that sweet smile, yeah. Green Mountain woman, oh yeah. You deserve more than this country song, or a dozen roses in a vase. 'Cause you're the most beautiful thing that I've seen since the last time I saw you, a month ago today. Well, now, Green Mountain drive this house for I'm Green Mountain woman. Been a month Sunday since seen that sweet smile, yeah, Green Mountain woman, oh yeah. Said she had a wreck up in Vermont.
I think it's called Green Mountain Woman. You might have seen that in the wrong key. I think I might have a capo.
I thought that was right.
Is it right?
What you gonna do when the goods all gone? Headed straight for hell, 'cause being right's all wrong. When's the last time we'll all let freedom ring? Take pride in being what America means. Where we gonna go when we're headed for the ground? Liberty ain't keeping us around. When's the last time we'll all get to get along? Oh, the devil divides us and takes our home. We're all getting passed around. They're turning unity inside out. Don't let your hearts be fooled when they're all trying to right the rules. We can be so much more. How can love make you start a war? It's time to turn shit around before our hate takes us all down. But we're all getting passed around. They're turning unity inside out. Don't let your hearts be fooled when they're all trying to right the rules.
Thank you.
The dancer we have on stage is Jessie, if anybody's wondering.
She's the main attraction.
Went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camels. I got the Palmer Blue, I got the Palmer Blues. I got the Palmer Blues, I got the Palmer Blues, I got the Palmer Blues. Well, took my baby for some steak and shrimp. Swiped my card, the damn thing went limp. I said, honey, you reckon you could spare some cash? She said, won't you wash the dishes? Kiss my ass. So I went to the bank to see what I could do. They said, you gotta get a real job, quit singing them blues. Maybe can afford to pay the rent. Not again. I went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camos. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues. Well, I had me a job to make a little dough, then it started to feel like a 6-foot hole. I could already hear the grave digger chunking in the clay. Now you gotta do something that your heart desires. You won't ever quit, you won't retire, and you'll be smiling to you when the grave digger chunking in the clay. Now people ask me how I live on crumbs. I know it seems crazy, but it sure is fun. 'Cause I love what I do, and I do what I love every day. And I'm smiling to you when the grave digger chunking in the clay. I went from champagne to $3 wine, Jack Daniels down to homemade shine. Oh Lord, I got holes in my shoes, I can't afford my camos. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues. I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues, I got the Palm Blues.
Oh, thank you. Alrighty. Well, if you're just joining in with us online, my name is Eley Buck Davis. This is the Songwriter Roundup we do here at Wilson Valley Mercantile, first and third Thursdays of every month. And again, this week we have Mr. Mike Ethan Messick.
That's right. 2 guys, 6 names, one night only.
I was trying to figure out how to make a clever thing about our 3 names.
I think that's what I did last time Atwood came down and played
Yeah.
at our rallies with me. Say, 2 guys, 6 names, one night only.
Well, I believe it's your turn again.
Okay, well, yeah, I can do that. Anybody here from Cut and Shoot, Texas? It's all right. Nobody ever says yes. There could be 30 or 40 people in the audience. Still nobody say yes. Yeah, but she done put me out in the pasture. Done hocked a wedding band. Called a locksmith and a lawyer. Guess it's got clean out of hand. Well, I just had a 10-ounce T-bone and a glass of Maker's Mark. Wiped my mouth and tipped my waitress, and I stepped out in the dark. Well, I reckon you done put your plane before your parachute. I'm about to stick my landing in a town called Cut and Shoot. You know, I used to make good money, contract labor to be had. Build a cookie cutter mansions up in Conroe with my dad. Praise the Lord and pass the sheetrock. Pack 'em in like parking cars on some Nickelback night Thursday. Some college cowboy bar. You so drunk you think I'm handsome. I'm so rich you think it's cute. We're gonna do that full tilt boogie on the way to Cut and Shoot. Yeah, we cut and shoot, that's what we call it. Cut and shoot, that's where we find. Cut and shoot, they got good people, but they all work out of town. Don't you head north of the Woodlands without a pistol in your boot. Bring in a pocket knives to gunfights in a town called Cut and Shoot. Guess I made some bad connection. Ain't talking wire to wire. Talking about how rich I thought I'd have to get before I retire. Take that trailer house and park it. Cook a daily, cook it nightly. Then we run that farm to market. Make it cheap and sell it pricey. If you start to see black Cadillacs on dusty rural roads, you know something ain't quite natural in a town like Cut and Shoot. Yeah, but Cut and Shoot, that's what we call it. Cut and Shoot, that's where we find. Cut and Shoot, they got good people, but they all work out of town. Don't you head north of Woodlands without a pistol in your boot. Bring in a pocket knives to gunfights in a town like Cut and Shoot. And there's a girl in Baytown, Texas, makes sweet potato pie. Hope to send one up to Huntsville if I'm ever sent to die. I swear I never snuff no witness. My conscience ain't that limber. I surround myself with folks never tell or can't remember. Just because they know my name, sir, that don't mean we're in cahoots. Everyone knows everybody in a town like Cut and Shoot. Cut and Shoot, that's what we call it. Cut and Shoot, that's where we find. Cut and Shoot, they got good people, but they all work out of town. Don't you head north of Woodlands without a pistol in your boot. Bring in a pocket knives to gunfights in a town called Cut and Shoot. That's Cut and Shoot. Said Cut and Shoot. Cut and Shoot, y'all. I've never been there either, for what it's worth. I know that's how most people handle it.
Well, we got this, me and Mike's got this mutual friend, Mr. Kevin Gray, really good fella. He runs a Geezer Fest down there in Green, Texas.
He may be watching right now.
He's probably watching right now, yeah. So I won't say anything bad about him. I'll say that for later, but
we save that for the break.
But Kevin introduced us, and the first thing he told me before I met you, he said, "Now, please don't mention the Everclear song. Just don't mention that to him. Just he's written so much more songs that you want to hear. So don't worry about that. But the last time you played with us at it was at the Barking Armadillo when I had the roundup over there. It was me, you, and Natalie Metcalf, and I played a drinking song, which is one of John's favorites. So I'm gonna I have to play that song to keep my job here. So, but Natalie did a drinking song, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask. And you did one of the most interesting versions. It was your version, and you told the story behind it. And I just thought that was cool. So I'm gonna do my drinking song. If you wouldn't mind doing that one.
I don't mind.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh well, if you don't want to do that, we can we can throw a sheet over it or something. It was a setup.
By the way, Wilson Mercantile has Wilson Valley Mercantile has some of the most fantastic whiskey I've ever tasted.
Yes, they do.
And that's saying a lot because I've had a fair amount of whiskey.
Just wait till after this and you get to see how they make it and where they make it.
Like going down the Crystal Beach, the white trash resort. You'll find me drinking Keystone Light on a beach house front porch. Well, I ain't no Rastafari man, but I like a good party on the sand every once in a while. Every once in a while, I like a little reggae, a little bit of smoke, a whole lot of whiskey with a little bit of coke. I like the sun beating down on my head. There's a good-looking woman in my bed at the Roach Motel at the Wine Trash Resort. Well, I take the ferry to Galveston, go up the seawall, 'cause you know I can't afford to go to Panama. So I gone down to the bars on the Strand, and I look for some guy with a guitar in his hand. He's playing a little reggae, a little bit of smoke, a whole lot of whiskey with a little bit of coke. Like the sun beating down on my head, there's a good-looking woman in my bed at the Roach Motel, at the Wine Trash Resort. Well, the weekend is over and I gotta head back with an empty bottle and the clothes that I packed. So I jump in the truck and get out on the road. And what do I hear playing on the radio? It's a little bit of reggae, a little bit of smoke, a whole lot of whiskey with a little bit of coke. Like the sun beating down on my head, there's a good-looking woman in my bed at the Roach Motel, at the White Trash. Like a little reggae, a little bit of smoke, a whole lot of whiskey with a little bit of coke. Like the sun beating down on my head, there's a good-looking woman in my bed at the Roach Motel, at the White Trash Resort. There's my one drinking song for you.
I feel more relaxed already. So, yeah, the Everclear song. I don't play it out in person all that much because that ended up being Roger Krager's job at some point. I was just a freshman at Texas A&M whenever I wrote the song. It was just kind of to amuse me and my buddies. And even with I figured my buddies would like it, but they're easy targets. I didn't think it would go much beyond that. But I crossed paths with Roger Krager back in the open mic nights, and I was still a student. I still had some work to do. I had a little time to get out of there. And Krager was already he's not much older than me, but he was a very accomplished musician already. And he was like, all right, I got a lot of good songs, but I don't have one like that. Maybe me and the band could learn it. I was like, yeah, as long as we don't forget who wrote it, I'm cool with it. And so, yeah, within about a year, we were doing paperwork, and he was talking about making a record and all that, and keeping everything on the up and up. And that was a big day whenever, especially for a college kid who just would really like to feel like important about something, to go to a big packed Roger Krager show and have him like, okay, yeah, let's get him on up here. Let's get Mikey the Messick up here. So I did have to get used to singing it his way once or twice, getting pulled up on stage. But whenever I originally wrote it, it was just kind of this, pseudo-grass, chunka, a whole different kind of beat. I did not have Lloyd Maines as a producer to steer me towards some better instincts. But here's the little mess that it started out as. Every day in lunch in high school, on my senior year, I drank my Coca-Cola with a touch of Everclear. Never had to study math, science, or history, 'cause I'd have chemical flashbacks jog my memory. My junior year, I swore I loved sweetness sherry, and one night I poured some Everclear in her Dr. Pepper can. I thought it'd make her easy, but she took it pretty hard. Took her home, rang the doorbell, left her laying in the yard. Yeah, tequila drives me out, beer just makes me fat, whiskey makes me nauseous. Tell me who the hell needs that? If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. The invisible intoxicant that I call Everclear. The next verse was always for all the Baptists in the audience. I remember our church picnic in the spring of '89. Yeah, we had 4 big fresh watermelons sliced right off the vine. And when they bowed their heads, thanking Jesus for the food. Yeah, when I whipped out my bottle and I soaked that melons good. Well, they never knew what hit them when my potion went to work. We had grandmas doing backflips, grandpas looking up their skirts. And they were singing hallelujah between Willie Nelson's songs. The preacher said, that's the best damn picture the Baptist ever thrown. Yeah, tequila drives me out, and beer just makes me fat. Whiskey makes me nauseous, tell me who the hell needs that? If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. It's the invisible intoxicant that I call Everclear. So like I said, I wrote this song when I was 19 years old, just a little turd freshman in the dorm at Texas A&M University. None of the worldly sophistication that I've acquired in all the years since then. I have figured out how to drink whiskey without getting nauseous at all. It's all about portion control. I have not figured out how to drink beer without getting kind of fat. Then again, portion control. But, you know, the song was never intended to make fun of people who drink too much, because sometimes I drink too much, and I don't think it necessarily makes you a better person, but it does make you a more worldly, educated person in ways that you may not have even originally anticipated. Learn about things you didn't intend to learn about. One example I'm just going to throw out there is Christmas caroling. Back when I was drinking a lot, one thing that I learned about Christmas caroling is that timing is essential. It's usually best to go sometime around December. And also, it's usually best to go in a group. Because as it turns out, whenever it's middle of July and you're out there naked in your ex-girlfriend's front lawn all by yourself, hollering up at the window, jingle bells! Jingle bells, damn it! Open the door! And get you arrested in Navasota County. Yeah, when I'm drinking Everclear, think I'm king of this whole world. Think I'm bigger and badder than John Wayne and cooler than Steve Earle. Until I wake up somewhere, face down in the hall, naked for a reason that I just cannot recall. I'm kind of sort of thinking, man, I hope I met a chick, 'cause there's perfume in the air and I got lipstick on my dipstick, but I hope that she was pretty. Hope that she was kind enough to leave my pants somewhere there easy to find. Yeah, tequila drives me out, and whiskey makes me fat. Beer just makes me nauseous. Tell me who the hell messes up words. If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. It's the original intoxicant that I call Everclear. Yeah. Thanks. Roger Krager.
Is that
Expediter of my dreams, man. Thank you, brother.
I think so too.
After having to sing the damn thing for 3 decades, Krager probably likes my version better too. 'Cause I didn't think I'd still be doing this.
Speaking of that version, is it recorded anywhere with the recitative in the middle in between the two?
Now.
Oh yeah, it is now. No, but I'm not gonna. You don't need any advice from me, but I think that'd be cool to put on a record with the recitative in the middle, telling the story and.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
you know,
I thought of that before. But that would be kind of nice. Or even just like do it live somewhere and like stick it up on YouTube.
For sure.
You know, the folks to kind of like holler along and all that. Yeah. Nice. I have to say, it'll probably be my most popular video by like 40,000 views on YouTube too. All because of one man from Corpus Christi with a dream.
What a clever song, though. You know, it's not just a typical drinking song. It is very clever and.
Like most of my songs, there's a ton of words in it.
It's wordy, but in a good way.
Because, you know, Krager is a conventionally good singer. Like, he can, like, hold a note, bend a note and all that. I can barely do that now, and sure as hell couldn't do it when I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
So I had to put all of my words really close together because each of my notes was only good for about a finger snap. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you know, I think he needed that song because it was his. To me, it was his Copenhagen that
Totally,
like
yeah.
Robert Earl Keen. You know the fast.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have written the song if I'd never heard Copenhagen by
Really?
Robert Earl Keen. It was,
Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't a direct rip-off, but I mean, looking
definitely
back,
not.
it was probably the most like obvious influence was like Copenhagen and 5 Pound Bass and Barbecue, and it's like, well, okay, Robert Earl Keen, I love this guy, and he's writing all these, you know, kind of humorous songs about stuff that everybody likes.
Yeah.
It's like, how about one about drinking in general? And then like almost every other kind of liquor was taken. You know, I've got a theory, just a sidebar, I've got kind of a theory that like actual rednecks drink whiskey and beer, but like rednecks in songs usually drink wine and gin because those rhyme with more things.
Yeah.
So, you know, tons of songs about, you know, drinking gin or drinking wine or whatever, but how often do you go into a bar and see some, you know, hardcore redneck dude just sitting there with a nice glass of red?
Yeah.
Come on.
When I think Everclear, I think about college days of making like trash can punch and things.
Totally,
That
yeah.
was like one of the main ingredients.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those for just when it's full, like balls to the wall, drunken revelry. But, you know, now as a responsible adult, I usually just enjoy the occasional glass of jungle juice with dinner. You know?
Yeah.
See it from a whole different angle now. I don't know why I'm talking in the microphone. It's just this.
Well, we are, you know, entertaining the crowd.
Right, that's right.
We've got some people that are serious fans, and they will let John know or me know. Sometimes they'll call me while I'm on stage. Hey, tell John to turn, you know, Mike's volume up on his. And I'm like, okay, well, we're playing right now. Why don't you text John or?
They're being.
Yeah.
We're being remotely EQ'd.
Well, you already heard this in the video we played earlier, but I'll do it anyway. It's one I wrote for my wife. It's the single I got out right now.
Would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, and if you will paint the scene, how would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I talked to God, and He said it'd be alright. Ain't living in sin when the cost of living's high. I'll pay the dues, I'll live on you until the sand. My hourglass is gone, and I lose grip of your hand. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, and if you will paint the scene, how would you want to split the grocery bill with me? You're not here, and I'm not over there. I daydream of your presence, wonder the length that I could bear. We broke the rules, we made a fool out of ordinary life. I'll save the Sunday paper when it reads you are my wife. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, and if you will paint the scene, how would you want to split the grocery bill with me? I hear a sound is forevermore sweet. A child with my father's name running in bare feet. There'll be tests, we'll do our best, and everything in between. If you help me to a stance, my dear, I'll give you a place to land. If you help me to a standstill, dear, I'll give you a place to lean. So would you want to split the grocery bill with me? Live in a tin can out in the hill country. I'll make the music, and if you will paint the scene. How would you want to split the grocery bill with me? How would you want to split the ganja bill with me? And she said yes. Yeah.
I wrote one about East Texas, in particular Polk County. Had a lot of family that I've got some family still living out there now, and quite a bit of family that have lived there at some point down through the years. There was the old house that my great grandparents used to live in. That my aunt and her husband lived there for a while. My grandmother lived there for a nice long while. My Uncle Steve lived out there for a while before he passed on. And I'd go out there and visit him sometimes. And, you know, Steve, unfortunately, he passed on young, but he was, he was a funny guy. He was very charismatic, really warm-hearted guy. Had good luck with the ladies and all that. But whenever he moved out to Polk County to try to kind of start his life over, I know he got a little lonesome out there sometimes. And I think sometimes about what that must have been like, living out there and trying to rebuild someplace where it feels a bit remote. And I wrote a song about it. And it doesn't mention Polk County offhand, but Polk County is the name of the song. Church bells ring, I forgot it was a weekend. Woke up in my working clothes and I don't remember sleeping. If it wasn't for the whiskey, I wonder if I'd ever sleep at all. Yeah, we didn't love for long, but still it's hard to let go. This room is kind of small, all the same it echoes. Memory hangs so heavy here, almost casts a shadow on the wall. Oh, and I don't want to overthink it. I hope it's such a little boat, and I don't want to sink it. Oh, and I can't begin to understand it. I never learned to fly the same, I don't know how to land it. Driving broken hearts to town, I walk around without you. We kinda kept it to ourselves, so no one asked about you. And if I look a little lonesome around here, they know I've always been that way. Get a haircut and a beer, some gasoline and groceries with every passing year. Downtown just looks more ghostly. There's nothing much to do around here. Hang around, nothing much to say. Oh, but I don't want to overstate it. Life is mostly give and take, and I can't pretend I hate it. Oh, but I don't see no way around it. Either didn't want it bad enough, or I did and still ain't found it. Church bells ring, I forgot it was a weekend. Woke up in my working clothes, I don't remember sleeping. If it wasn't for the whiskey, I wonder if I'd ever sleep at all.
About you probably never had this problem because you're cooler than me, but I used to get a lot of shit for the three names. you know, having the stage name. And but the whole reason I got that name is my grandpa, when I was little bitty, when he was a barber by trade. And after he would cut my hair, he would take that little, what is that thing called that they put around you to keep?
Strap.
Yeah.
Strop.
Yeah, he would pop that thing and pop the hair off of it and say, Eley Buck Davis has got the blues.
Nice.
And I remember asking him,
That's cool. Okay.
I remember asking him, you know, like, why are you saying that? Because my name's Eley Davis Buckhannon. He's like, yeah, but, you know, Buckhannon's kind of hard to say. You need a stage name. And so after he passed away, I decided to take the name and put it on my record. The records did say Eley Buckhannon at first, my first EP. And he passed away while we were making it in Nashville. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go with that name. And I think it was worth the slack I got from.
Is that the same grandpa you wrote Bird's Eye View about?
Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
That was
coming together.
That was my segue into the song. But
glad to help.
yeah, he was a cool cat. A lot of folks I wish could have met him, you know, because he was. I've tried to explain this to John sometimes, but East Texas, which you know, East Texas is different. Which everywhere you go is a little bit different, you know. And he was just he didn't fit in there, you know. Like he wasn't the stereotypical cowboy. He was, you know, had a long hair, long beard, earrings, tattoos, and played clarinet. You know, just strange things for a man to do in East Texas. But I was always drawn to that, you know. So.
Only bohemian middle-aged
exactly,
dude in East Texas, yeah.
But anyway, I wrote this song for him. It's called Bird's Eye View. Also known to have a kind of a funny smell and smoke coming from his porch, which is very taboo in East Texas.
Well, I'm getting stoned on my granddaddy's porch. Now that he's long gone, I can't hear his stories anymore. Where he faded away like the tattoos on his skin. I better be changing my ways if I wanna see him again. Have mercy, Lord, would you let me in? Have mercy, Lord, I miss my friend. Oh, when I can hear him say, every night I'm playing somewhere new. Don't you cry, I'll be looking down on you. Yeah, don't you cry, son, I'll be watching you. And I got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view. My favorite stage to play on was right there by his chair. And he would say, hey son, think you got a good one there. Well Lord, you got a good one there. Sometimes Lord, it don't seem fair. Oh, and I can hear him saying, every night I'm playing somewhere new. Don't you cry, looking down on you. Yeah, don't you cry, son, I'll be watching you. And I got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view. Yeah, I got the best seat in the house with a bird's eye view.
Oh, appreciate it. I also forgot to mention, he always considered him, I call him a Cajun because he's from Louisiana. He used to, or he would speak French a little bit, but he considered himself a Redbone. And if you look that up if you Google that, in fact, I told Slim Bob about this story, and you know, he's very interested in Louisiana culture, so he's like, I got to research that. But the only thing I can find online is a book, and it's like $200. So I'm gonna wait on that for a little bit, but eventually I want to get that and just read up on there's a few articles, you know, on Google that it's just a different cultural group in Louisiana, you know, that
I thought Redbone meant you were like mixed race. I mean, of course,
it was
different.
It was. I mean, if you the definition or whatever is like Native American, African, and some of the French. It's kind of the same as Cajun Creole,
Creole too. They're like Creole.
Yeah,
folks. That means like French and black.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. But for some reason, they were from DeRidder, Louisiana, and they didn't associate with the other Creoles and Cajuns, so they consider themselves Redbones. But I always thought that was interesting about them too.
Be worth a deeper dive into.
Yeah,
folks, if you're on the internet right now, you got homework. Look up Redbones. Tell us what you think a Redbone is.
Not the Redbone dog, but
no, not Leon Redbone. Also on a river. Here's another one that I wrote in the. Actually, this one wasn't in the deer blind. I wrote this one in my wife's office after the rest of the family was already in bed. Trying to make old heartbroken ass George Jones kind of song. It can be up to y'all if I succeed. It's called Never Mind, Babe. Dozen late night calls and went unanswered, and a letter that I'm never gonna send, and a room uptown fit the rough description from a message from a sympathetic friend. So much I wanna say if you'd still listen. Like a sack of stones I drag to some strange door. Yeah, I know you mostly wonder how I found you, but I found I don't know you anymore. Yeah, well, never mind, baby, that was all I needed. I've seen all I guess I came to see. Yeah, you're beautiful, baby, you look different than you did. You were still in love with me. But if you see me on the street, don't think I'm broken. Yeah, the windows to my soul are leaking rain. I've got everything from God to Irish whiskey, here to think upon till I outlive the pain. If you ever love again, you might love wiser. If you someday love again, you might love true. Yeah, well, along the way, the view is all I wanted. I look halfway, there's the best that you can do. country song, you know.
I forgot I had this big old funny hat on, and I almost.
Songwriter hat, man.
That's
Gig
what,
hat.
that's what I was about to say. It's the stereotypical songwriter hat, but I've always wanted one. I think they look good.
I got one back at the house. I
Yeah. Well, since there's no
get a bowler, round tops, man. Not enough people doing that.
Since there's no children in here, I can tell this little joke.
All right.
I always thought, you've probably heard this before, I've always thought it was my dad's joke because he likes to claim that he came up with a lot of jokes. Some of them he did, and some of them I find out later that he heard them from someone else. This one, I've only heard my dad say until a while back. I was watching it was Billy Joe Schaefer on who's the comedian that just passed away? A big comedian.
Richard Lewis, maybe?
No, I just went blank on his name.
Huh.
Anyway, he was apparently good friends with Billy Joe Schaefer, and he was on his podcast, and I just happened to be watching this podcast. Norm McDonald.
Norm McDonald.
There we
okay,
go.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was on Norm
Not
McDonald's.
quite as recently, but yeah, I know he. Yeah, Norm McDonald's a legend. Yeah.
So anyway, Billy Joe Schaefer was on his podcast, and he told this joke, and I was like, son of a gun. I always thought my dad came up with that. But anyway.
Billy Joe Schaefer might have stole it from your dad.
But the joke is, with hats like this, my dad, and he did tell me this when I purchased this hat and he saw it for the first time, he said, you should have got 2 of those hats. And I said, 2 of them? Why did you want one? He's like, no, you need one to shit in and one to cover it up with. Basically saying it's a useless hat. But anyway, yeah, he stole that from Billy Joe Schaefer. Well, so to give a little history lesson, it was actually intended for poor cowboys that couldn't afford a hat to go out, because back then, they would wear a fedora to go out on the town and stuff and look swanky or whatever. But it was these cowboys, they would pop it up like this when they were on the range, and then when they would go into town, you pop it down, and from the side it looks like a fedora, so they could just get one hat, and they wouldn't have to get 2 different, That's the story anyway. On the open road.
Since they call is that a Stetson open road? Or?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I thought it was called that because with a shorter brim, maybe it's less likely to in the old style cars that don't have roofs on them. Sometimes maybe it's less likely to blow off your head.
Yeah.
Because there ain't as much brim to catch the
That
wind.
makes sense too.
Oh,
actually.
that was my thought.
Yeah. That might be where they got the name from.
I have not Googled this. I could be so full of shit that my eyes are brown, but.
Well, I hit that road, I get hit first. And I blame that town, I should have blamed her. Well, Mama said quit drinking, boy, but I just quenched my thirst. When I hit that road, I get hit me first. Yeah, I hit that road, I get hit me first. I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke, and the flame went out and she never took a toke. Well, maybe she be mine if I would take it slow, but I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke. Yeah, I rolled down the window before she lit a smoke. I put on these shoes, now I can't get them on. This path that I've chosen, it'll wear so wrong. Well, I could have settled down with that girl from Montesson, but I had on these shoes and I couldn't get them off. Lord, I put on these shoes, now can't get them off. Well, I can't go back now, no, it's much too late. I can't give it all up, 'cause Grandpa took my word to the grave. Now it's against on a broken heart, one crazy dream. So I bound my fist, pull on back and swing. And I hit that road like it hit me first. I'm gonna give them my nickel that they said I wasn't worth. Yeah, I miss my home, the money you heard. I've been hitting that road like it hit me first. Yeah, I've been hitting the damn road like it hit me first. Till I'm no longer and I leave this earth, I'll be hitting that road like it hit me first. Hey, Highway 59, better put up your dukes. I got a bone to pick and I'm coming for you. Yeah, I got a bone to pick and I'm coming for you. And I hit that road. I hit that road, whoa, yeah, I hit that road. Like it hit me first.
Appreciate it. Did you get startled there for a second? I saw you jump. Don't lie. When he was over there behind the bar. Oh.
I'm going to do one I wrote. This is going to be on that project with Ben Morris that we were talking about earlier. This one wasn't a duet, but Ben is featured prominently on background vocals. And I actually wrote this one a few years back when I was going to play a show with Gabe Wooton down in Galveston. I don't remember if it was at Woody's or at the Old Quarter. I think it was at the Old Quarter. Yeah, it was at the Old Quarter because I got to play it that night. One of those, cases of like, I wrote this one on the way in here and actually wasn't joking. I mean, for starters, it's a long, drive from New Braunfels to Galveston anyhow. And then also I got stuck in this traffic jam and didn't
Houston?
really have closer to Galveston than
really?
Houston. But I know there's a lot. With urban sprawl and all that, it can be kind of hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. I wasn't out on the ferry or anything like that. I was just sitting on the highway thinking, well, might as well write something. So I got this little hook stuck in my head about an old man at a bar taking, there's almost a genre of songs where some, punks acting up in a bar and some old man sets them straight, like The Winner by Bobby Bear or with This Cowboy's Hat by Chris Ledoux or like that scene in the movie Secondhand Lions where we're all supposed to buy that Robert Duvall kicks a whole teenage biker gang.
What a great movie, by the way.
It was a fine movie. But I still didn't quite buy that he was whooping all their ass. But this is a song about a dude that maybe could. Except for it's sung from the point of view of the younger man. And now I'm middle-aged. I don't really have a dog in the fight anymore. I hope they both whoop each other's ass. At a back road bar on the south side of town, got a fake ID that says I'm Jackson Brown. Walked in shoulder to shoulder with two friends I can't quite now recall. Drinking whiskey like beer, beer like it's water. Started running game on some farmer's daughter. Then that old man stood up and he pushed me throat first to the wall. Said, I got boots older than you. Son, what you think you're gonna do? You wanna fight an old man and crawl out the same way you fell. up by these straps. Too many times to put up with your crap. I can't remember if I've already said it, so I'll say it again. Yeah, well, I got boots older than you. Son, what you think you're gonna do? You wanna fight an old man and crawl out the same way you fell. Yeah, well, I got fish bigger to fry. Got a whole lot this time till I die. I got boots older than you and they're tougher than hell. Yes, that whole room got quiet like a corpse in a crypt. Even the record on that old jukebox skipped. Every face in that place had its eyes on his hands on my neck. Yeah, well, I learned a real solid lesson that night. There's some things that's wrong, there's some things that's right. So I just whooped that old man's ass, 'cause even old men ought to learn some respect. Yeah, I got boots older than you. Son, what you think you're gonna do? You wanna fight an old man and crawl out the same way you fell. Yeah, well, I got fish bigger to fry. Got a whole lot less time till I die. I got boots older than you and they're tougher than hell. Yeah, well, I got boots older than you and they're tougher than hell. Thanks, y'all. Thanks,
this.
Facebook.
I love a song with a plot twist.
All right. It's like how it would often actually go, you know? Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, stand your ground laws and all that. It's like, this is Texas. They may very well be packing.
You mentioned this Cowboys hat made me think of, I won't say where or what club of bikers it was, but I was in a local biker bar, and there was some serious clubs in there, but I mean they were pretty cool for the most part. And I'd had a little too much to drink, and I thought it'd be funny to play that Cowboys hat on, or this Cowboys hat on the jukebox, and they didn't like that too much. I guess they know, they knew the story, because as soon as it started playing, before I got to the part about making the biker cry and stuff.
Right, they know it doesn't paint bikers in the best light.
Yeah, they were immediately pissed as soon as it came on. I was like, ooh, so I got my tab and got out of there.
A friend, Jerry Johnson down in Baytown, he said that had a buddy go into a biker bar, have one beer with him, step over to the jukebox, drop in his $1 or whatever, select Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie, and just get the hell out of there. Not that the song's anti-biker or anything. It just takes up a half hour.
Was it like 15, 20 minutes long, I think?
I think it's literally a 30-minute song. Like, that thing goes on and on.
You met Jake Miller, right?
Yeah.
He can play that song from beginning to end. Pretty every word, everything. It's pretty
It's like
impressive.
reciting an entire episode of a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
That's really something.
All right, we got to talking. I forgot what I was going to play. Oh, talking about kicking an old man's ass. I kind of wanted to kick this old man's ass because when Grace and I first started dating, he saw us dancing. We were at the White Horse Saloon down there in Austin, and saw us dancing. And he came up to me afterwards. He said, "That sure is sweet of you to dance with your daughter like that." And I was like, "You son of a bitch!" But I wrote this song anyway.
In a corner of my eye, there's an old man smoking on a cigarette. He's watching us dance and he's wondering she hadn't lost some kind of bet. 'Cause I'm rough around the edges, she's smooth as a stone. Somebody like me should be taking her home, but here I wait with her hair in my face. and the sounds that she makes in the morning. She's my beauty, I'm her bee. She bring me love, I bring her peace. She's my beauty, yeah. Ooh, and I'm her bee. In the shadows of the city lurks a danger. In the depths of the ocean there's a shark. And the hotel in the quarter haunted by a porter. She walks fearless in the dark. 'Cause I'm always beside her, holding her hand. Tells all the vampires I'm the man. Lay down to rest with her head on my chest, and no worldly ambition to stand. She's my beauty, I'm her bee. She bring me love, I bring her peace. She's my beauty, yeah. Ooh, and I'm her bee. My beauty, she don't have to worry about a thing. 'Cause she know can't nothing get to her without going through her piece. Oh, she's my beauty, yeah, and I'm her bee. She's my beauty, I'm her bee. She bring me love, I bring her peace. She's my beauty, her bee.
Gold Beast, which will also feature Mr. Slim Bob on the pedal steel. I even call him out. I've always wanted to do one of those Ernest Tubb kind of things where, sorry, I got sidetracked. There's a cat on my truck. But
It's a black one. That's good luck.
yeah, he's got socks on. But anyway, I've always enjoyed Ernest Tubbs, his records, how he calls out the people that are playing lead, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right,
Wills
Slim.
too, man.
Yeah, yeah. And
All picket line.
exactly. So I was like, all right, Slim Bob, and he comes in and just rips it on the pedal steel. So I'm looking forward to getting that one out there.
That's good. I mean, not that he's got any shortage of his own records, but I think he deserves shout outs on more.
Oh, for sure.
Records. I'm going to do another new one. I wrote this one. My buddy Joe Tidwell helped me finish it off. I was already a couple verses in. I was like, Tidwell's enough of a, slightly like offbeat, smart ass. More than slightly offbeat. I mean, he doesn't live offbeat, but he can turn it on when he's writing songs. And I was like, I could use a little of that juice on this one. Because I had this idea that stuck in my head while I was out at the deer lease one day of like, there should be a song called My Best Dancing Shoes, but not like about actual shoes. What else would you call that? And in the old stream of consciousness, it's like, what if they made like a whiskey that was called Best Dancing Shoes? Like, that's the label, the logo, what have you. And, the commercial almost kind of writes itself. Like, it wasn't a party till you put on your best dancing shoes kind of thing. And so once I got it in my head, I know it didn't make a ton of sense, but once I got in there, I couldn't really get it out. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to write this thing. And then I kind of stalled out and got writer's block. I was like, well, okay, now I need to pull somebody into this mess. So Tidwell it was. Hey, friends moving away, left you no place to go. Now the folks you live next to are folks you don't know. You had everything go, but you lost it somehow. And you need something timeless, and you need it right now. There's a bar just downstairs where the band plays the blues, and they serve some wild whiskey called Best Dancing Shoes. Best Dancing Shoes, $2.50 a round. Best Dancing Shoes, that's the best deal in town. Yeah, they got a lady in blue, they got a woman in red, they got sweet smoky voices that'll mess with your head. Yeah, you're so horny-toed, buddy, that your eyes just might bleed. The next girl that walks in here is the last thing you need. Every girl you can't have is a girl you can't lose. Some red dirt fast talker in his best dancing shoes. Best dancing shoes, $2.50 a round. Best dancing shoes, that's the best deal I've found. You should have been a tool pusher, but you're just a field hand. 10 years in the oil field just slipped through like sand. You didn't cry when she left you, she didn't even look sad. Now a 3-year-old baby calls another man dad. That's a race you can't win, down a road you don't choose, in your old steel-toe Red Wings or your best dancing shoes. Best dancing shoes, $2.50 a round. Best dancing shoes till your feet leave the ground. It was some like it need, and some drink it cold. Some mix it with cola like they're 15 years old. And it ain't Scotch or Irish, it's not bourbon's just a blend. It's not a high dollar label, but it's fun to pretend. We're in a nightclub uptown, drinking single malt booze, in our gowns and tuxedos and our best dancing shoes. Best dancing shoes, $2.50 a round. Best dancing shoes, that's the best deal I've found. Best dancing shoes, $2.50 a round. Best dancing shoes, that's the best deal in town. My first Joe Tidwell co-write.
She did it first? I thought y'all have written several together.
Well, no, not yet. Well, it is now. As discussed. It is now a Wilson Valley Mercantile exclusive, available strictly on their website and Facebook page.
By the way, if you ever want to do a live recording here with a band or by yourself, he's got the setup.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. I saw the videos. They look fantastic. That's really not a bad idea at all.
That's a really good idea.
Get like a couple of songs apiece from a few, hand-picked.
Yeah.
The tough part is that then, you accidentally leave somebody out, and it's like, crap, should have had him.
Well,
but, volume 2 could be a thing.
We were thinking about doing individual artists, like doing their own full-length live, but that's an even better idea. I think that way each artist can pick the best song from their, they can record several songs that night, but they can pick the best one to go on the collaborative.
Yeah, and if folks start listening to it, and if it brings some attention to the business and all that, and the artists are digging it, you put out another volume of it. It could be kind of a thing, like that Live from Mountain Stage, or I don't know. It's nice to think about.
It's a good idea.
It'll give me an excuse to come here and drink again.
You don't have to have an excuse to do that.
I know.
Well, again, I was talking, and now I can't remember what I was going to play.
We need to start keeping notepads handy or something.
I guess I never really told the story about this song, but I went to a junior college in Carthage, Texas, which is only like 5-10 minutes from my hometown of Beckville, Texas. It's where my wife Gracie grew up. But anyway, there's a little junior college there called Panola College, and I went my first 2 years there before transferring. And Anyway, I met some friends there that were from Carthage, and Beckville was a small town, so we kind of all hung out with people from different towns because there was only like 20 people to hang out with in our town. So. But anyway, so I was hanging out with these Carthage folks, and there's this road in Carthage called Hills Lake Road, and we went to this girl. It was her parents' house, and we were meeting up there, and then we were all going to ride in one vehicle to go to Hills Lake Road, and the mother overheard that that's where we were going. And they knew, the adults there know that that's where the teenagers go to, drink and do things they probably shouldn't be doing. Yeah. And so the mother, before we left, she looked at us and she's like, "Oh no, please don't go down Hills Lake Road." She's like, "That's where the goat man lives.
Oh, all right.
And if you go down there and doing things you're not supposed to do, he's going to get you, And it kind of spooked me out a little bit, to be honest. I was
Around where my wife grew up, the story was the York Creek Cripple. Now watch that. Don't go down around there, man.
The what now?
The York Creek Cripple.
Oh, okay.
That's who they said would get you, if you stray too far.
Well, that doesn't sound too scary. It seemed like you could run from him if he was. That's terrible. Anyway.
Angry comment.
Oh, my Lord. It's just a joke, folks. Come on. Anyway, this is the song I wrote about it. It's called Hills Lake Road.
I smoked my first bowl on that old river bridge. Had me a bottle of Sailor Jerry and I took a little swig. Then I rode on down to Hills Lake Road where I met the golden man. I jumped out of swamp, stole my soul, and said you ain't getting back again on Hills Lake Road. On Hills Lake Road, I lost my soul. Hills Lake Road. Well, I looked up and down the road, gonna get my soul back, but I couldn't find the golden man, nor could I see his tracks. And I heard the saddest song, whistling down the road. It was a golden man that stole my soul. Said if you want your soul back, you're gonna have to pay the price. Said I ain't got no money, sir, but I damn sure roll the dice on the Hills Lake Road. On the Hills Lake Road, I lost my soul. On the Hills Lake Road. Well, I came down from a mile high, I guess is all a dream. Was a Panola County sheriff putting handcuffs on me. Well, he took me back to that county jail, but to the bars, what did I see? That old greasy stinking gold man holding the key. He said, come on, boy, you owe me so, and you still gotta pay the price. Said, I ain't got no money, sir, but damn sure roll the dice on Hills Lake Road. Hills Lake Road, I lost my soul. Hills Lake Road.
That's another talent I don't have, man. I can't whistle Dixie, much less something I wrote.
Something else I always forget to mention, I found out later after I put that song out on YouTube or something, and somebody from the town put on there, I remember those days of rolling dice on Hills Lake Road, and I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Because I just put that in there. I'd never even gambled at that point in my life. I was only 18 or 19 when I wrote it. I was just trying to sound cool, and so I put that in there about rolling dice or whatever. And I told my dad about it, and he said, well, your cousin David used to run a legal gambling house down Hills Lake Road, and so there technically was dice being rolled down Hills Lake Road, but I didn't know that.
I think you knew on some level.
Yeah.
Kids can be very perceptive. Mine are starting to have their suspicions about the Easter Bunny. I keep telling them that's... I tell them... No, it's past their bedtime. I didn't say they were founded suspicions. I still roundly believe the kids that don't believe in the Easter Bunny don't get any candy or eggs or the thrill of the chase. Here's one of my favorite things that I wrote. It's one about a dude that just wanted to rake some leaves. Hell, $30 ain't much if you're making decent money, but you rarely see me holding 10, much less 15 or 20. But today I found some mercy, though it felt a bit like pity. Raked $5 worth of leaves. Some kind lady tipped me 50. This old mother said I'm taking anything that's offered. We were working in West Memphis. He was dying from a tumor, singing everything must go, save for my twisted sense of humor. Now I sleep in that car 9 nights out of 10. Come on, cool white linen, take me in. Yeah, you know I grew up west of Houston with my grandma Rachel Finley. I don't recall her dad at all, Mama Honey Denley. Intentions kind of Christian, though her flesh is weak and weary. I'm sure I let her down. Bless her heart, I love her dearly. Pray what's left of my old ragged soul to keep. Come on, cool white linen, let me sleep. Yeah, the first young blush of love had a girl and soon a daughter. I was grown but none the wiser, just a 19-year-old father. And the good jobs would not hire, so I signed on with the Navy. They said it ain't in your blood, son, you ain't brave, just kind of crazy. Might have held it all together if they'd stayed. Come on, cool white linen, let them fade. I've dug graves and I've hung drywall, I've rode trains and worked on barges, spent winters cutting timber, I spent summers picking oranges, just to pay for my next passage, just to rub two coins together. But I never loved one place or thing enough to stay forever. But I'll stay right here till my time's expired. Come on, cool white linen, Lord, I'm tired. Slept on patches of sweet clover, hard benches in the city. Slept on parking garage landings, back alleys drunk on whiskey. Now and then beside kind women, not as often as I'd wish to. I'm worth having, not worth holding. She'd say drift to go on, drift through. And if I drift off, good this time, alright. Come on, cool white linen, say good night. Say good night. If $30 ain't much if you're making decent money, but you rarely see me holding 10, much less. Come on, cool white linen, let me sleep. Thank you.
This is the only song I can say that I co-wrote with anybody because Gracie added a couple of words. I was working on this song and she was over there painting or whatever, and I was having trouble trying to finish the next line, and she just finished it for me, and it was perfect. And I was like, thanks, but stay over there and do your thing. Don't I'm very selfish. I don't.
That's right. Stop making this look easy.
Yeah.
She got paint on her legs, paint on her clothes. Who the hell is Michelangelo? Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yeah, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. And in the midnight sun in her mother's country, son of a gun, I feel kind of funky. Ran out of foreign cash, spent it all on Euro hash, wondering how the hell we'll get back to a country so young. I'll tell you what, you can't leave them on a note to be sung. Forest covered by footprints of gold, we found each other where the mushroom grow. Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yeah, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. And in the midnight sun in her mother's country, son of a gun, I feel kind of funky. Ran out of foreign cash, spent it all on Euro hash, wondering how the hell we'll get back to a country so young. I'll tell you what, we can't leave them on a note to be sung. Yeah, she got paint on her legs, paint on her clothes. Who the hell is Michelangelo? Oh, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. Yeah, she too pretty for my kind of poetry. And you had the answer before you were born. Spent your whole life knowing that there's more. That's once forgotten. Then you took on the reins, found freedom and trying. Was it worth all the pain? Was it worth all the pain? Oh, baby, what you got, show 'em why you came.
Called The Painter's Poet. Would you like to close this out for us? If you don't have one in mind, I haven't heard Blue on Blue yet. All right. One of my favorites.
Mine too. This is usually a good closing time song, and around here in this particular building, 9 p.m. is closing time. So I usually play it about 3 hours later than this. Yeah, you're looking like a rose with just a couple petals torn. They're losing and the love that makes you wish you wasn't born. Ooh, got a drink to see you through. This place is kinda shady, but it's got a lot of soul. And never charges cover all the same, it takes a toll. Ooh, blue on blue. Yeah, this love is making memories and strangers making moves. And losers laying low until the sorry luck improves. They told yourself at 17 you'd be the kind of girl who walks a straight and narrow in a wide and crooked world. That's so hard to do. And me, I told her 7 years ago I'd never leave her side. 3 weeks ago she told me, babe, I'm sorry, but I tried. Blue on blue. Yeah, well, I like vintage Gabriel Stewart songs and lazy summer days. I risk a dozen leaving for the one that finally stays. 'Cause she just wants to. Yeah, we're all tangled up in something, be it dead or doubt or woe. We're tangled up in love is just a better way to go. Blue on blue. And I know I ain't your first choice, but baby, it's the last call. There's something about it just seems right. Even if it don't attract you, at least it might distract you from the feeling that you're feeling tonight. Yeah, this place is kinda shady, but it's got a lot of soul. Never charge us cover, all the same, it takes a toll. Blue on blue.
Mike, Ethan, Messick, y'all.
Eley Buck Davis, your host. Twice a month, right?
Yes, sir. We
Twice a month out here at Wilson Valley Mercantile.
first and third Thursdays every month. And then second and fourth Thursdays, they've got the open mic night. And sometimes if we have a fourth Thursday, or fifth Thursday, sorry, get my tongue tied here. But anyway, if they have an extra Thursday, they'll probably have like a movie night or something like that, or a game night. And then every weekend they have live music, so come back and check them out. Thank you.
That's right. Lots of fine spirits to be had right over there. Distilled right here. There's a big friendly dog out there.